I know a man who lives in the mountains of Iran where the trees bear the sweetest pears. At dawn, when the sparrows are singing, he is the first one to rise. He takes the basket his wife knitted for him and goes to his pear tree. He looks at the tree, goes around it, and with his fingers he strokes the trunk, the branches, and the leaves. The pear tree knows all the fine movements of the man's rough hands on her body for years. The man sighs, and then with each breath he plucks one pear and puts it gently in his basket. He leaves the ripest pear on the tree. He then puts the heavy basket full of pears on the back of his motorbike and sets off to the city. On his way, he gives the neighbor a few pears for the breakfast of her kids. The woman puts a handful of raisins in his pocket in return. A bit further, he runs into an old man and gives him some pears for his grandchildren. The old man prays for man's health. At noon, he shares his lunch with a shepherd who seems to love pears so much. While talking to the man, the shepherd takes a bite of a juicy pear and his eyes smile. Some pears he gives to the farmers by the river, and by the time he reaches the city, the basket of pears is not heavy anymore. He puts his motorbike in front of the fruit shop in the city and enters the shop with his basket. The sun is almost setting. The woman hears the sound of her man's motorbike. She pours a cup of tea and walks to the garden. The man is standing in front of the pear tree with the empty basket. He's caressing the single pear that he has left on the tree, and then he gently removes it from the stem. "Hey, I brought you some tea!" The man's eyes sparkle. "And I brought you the sweetest pear in the world." The man and the woman resting on the red carpet under the pear tree, drinking tea and watching the sunset.